Hello, and welcome to the 7 o'clock news on Channel 9 and 3/4. I, your commentator, Alexander Rodriguez VII.
And I am Shay McEvil. We have some news today about the appearance of witches around town. But first, we're going to have Alexander talk to us about the war in Scotland.
General Macbeth of Scotland is being called a war hero after he single-handedly fought and killed the rebel General Macdonald while in battle. Also, along with his fellow General Banquo, he pushed back the invading Norwegian army and saved Scotland.
I have just heard that from earlier today, the appearance of the witches were brought to Banquo and Macbeth. So we're going to show you the footage of the witches here. Chet, show us the video.
Could you watch the stick, please? All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter. Easy on the guy's little heart, can't you? I don't think he'd take all this at once. But wait, you say all this about him, what about me? You're lesser than Macbeth and greater.
You're not very happy, but you're going to be happier. Or not happy at all.
Your kids
Maybe
will
a
be
little bit.
king, but you won't be king.
Tell us more. Where did they go? They just vanished into thin air.
Are we insane or what?
Your children shall be kings,
You shall be king.
and Thane of Cawdor as well, when it not so.
Hail! You've been appointed Thane of Cawdor.
You just saw a scene about the witches that we saw downtown. Our commentator here, Shay, was lucky enough to actually be able to interview Macbeth and Banquo. We're going to show those clips now.
We're here with Banquo today, and we're just going to ask him a couple questions. So, how do you feel, or what do you think about what the witches told Macbeth earlier in the day?
I personally believe their whole story is sketchy. They're just telling Macbeth half the story, I feel like, and they're giving him the better half. They're not telling him what is going to happen in the end. Their story is almost too good to be true. Just like any other woman, you can't believe them. Them hoes are sketchy.
Well, thank you for this interview. We have Macbeth with us in our studio, and we want to just ask you a couple questions. So, how do you, or do you believe what the witches told you earlier?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why I shouldn't. I mean, they do kind of look sketchy. I mean, come on, just the way they were dressed and stuff. They obviously are the real deal. They like disappeared right before our eyes.
How do you feel about what Banquo said? We had him in the studio earlier also, and he doesn't believe in the witches whatsoever.
He doesn't?
He doesn't think that what they said is true.
Well, I think Banquo's looking too far into this, and sometimes hoes are telling the truth, you know?
Okay. And how do you think that you'll be able to become king if what the witches are saying is true?
Well, I'm not sure. I've been thinking about it a lot since we talked about it, and I'm kind of worrying that if I want to become king, I might have to do something terrible.
Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that, so thank you. Earlier today as well, we have just had so many breaking news today, let me just say. Well, we have live footage here from the court where the king is appointing his successor, so we'll show that to you right now.
Is the execution done?
Yes, he confessed to all his sins and died honorably.
Nice. Macbeth, did a good job. How could I repay you?
Doing things for you is pickling enough, my lord.
You did a good job too, Banquo.
Everything I do is for you.
So I'm going to make Malcolm my predecessor.
I can't believe that the king appointed that guy as his successor. Am I the only one surprised?
I was shocked. I was personally shocked. Well, I hope all of you have enjoyed our 7 p.m. news hour. So we're going to switch from here to our gossip columnist. I hope you guys enjoyed that tonight. And we're signing off again. And
I'm Alexander Rodriguez VII.
And I'm Shay McEvil. And we're saying good night, Bridgewater.
Good night.
Well, howdy there, folks. Welcome to the gossip column. That's right after the 7 p.m. news on Channel 9 3/4. I'm Candy King.
I'm Mustache McGee.
Well, I just have some juicy gossip here at the mall downtown that Lady Macbeth received a letter from her hubby recently in the day, and apparently he met these magical creatures that told him he was going to become And I find this highly unlikely, but whatever. Spread it around.
Got some footage. She gets litter.
Yeah. Show the footage.
They met me in the day of success. The witches came to me and told me that I would be Thane of Cawdor and King. Lay it to thy heart, Lady Macbeth, and farewell.
Oh my. How I would love for him to become king, but I know that he won't do what is necessary for that to happen.
King is coming. Macbeth will be first. Okay, bye.
How I know that he will not do the necessary things to become king, and I want this to happen so badly. How the spirit should unsex me to do the job that my husband should do for himself.
Lady Macbeth, don't come here today.
How long is he staying for?
Until tomorrow. He will leave when he pleases.
Do you think this could be the opportunity for you to become king?
What do you mean? We will talk about this later.
Well, wasn't that a great video to see? I always love some juicy gossip. And even more gossip, we have some spies going around watching Lady Macbeth and Macbeth when they talk about their conversations on him becoming king. We have some video that these spies got. I think it's pretty interesting. You should check it out.
Should I assassinate the king? I do not know. If I were to assassinate him, I would become king faster, for the witches say are true. But how could I? I'm his kinsman, his servant. I am the host. He will be sleeping in my house tonight. I should be the one to bar him for murder, not invited in. He's been a good king. People would mourn his loss.
Macbeth,
How now? What news?
he has eaten. Where have you been?
Has he asked for me?
Of course he has. Why wouldn't he?
I've been thinking about it. We will no longer proceed in this business. We'll no longer talk about killing the king.
Why? It is necessary. We have to do this to become king. You want to become king. You're just being a coward. You're not a man.
I am so a man.
I'm more of a man than you are, and I'm not even a man. We have to do this. We can do it. I have a plan. We won't get caught.
What if we fail?
We won't fail. The plan's perfect. We get the guards drunk. As they pass out, we go in, we kill him, we smear his blood on them, and nobody will ever know. They'll assume it's them.
So these guards will take the blame for our deed?
Of course, we'll grieve the most. They'll never suspect us.
We will go along with your plan, Lady Macbeth. Let us deceive the world tonight with this foul deed.